The ancestors of the Shoshone and Bannock people have been living here for time immemorial, and we are incredibly grateful to learn their stories and to be able to share some information about the incredible rich culture that they have in this area and that they continue to have in our region. When we think about the resources that are here on this dusty desert landscape here in East Idaho, sometimes you imagine those things and you think there's nothing there, there's nothing available. Lots of people who came out here initially for the purpose of farming, maybe they got land with the Homestead Act or with the Carey Act, where they were intended to develop this place, got here and were incredibly discouraged because what they saw were fields of sagebrush that they had to dig out of the ground in order to be able to plant plants that they thought would develop that land. There was not a lot of access to water. But what the Shoshone and Bannock people saw here was an incredible wealth of resources. And they capitalized on all of those resources by following a process of seasonal rounds. When it was fishing season, they would find areas where they would fish. When it was hunting season for bison, they would move further into that landscape and find bison. And when it was winter time, they would move to a different area and find additional resources there, rabbits, for example. This process of seasonal rounds was incredibly important to the culture and to the survival of the Shoshone Bannock people. And using this entire landscape was really what made them so successful. One of the most beautiful things that I think we have in our collection, we were able to commission by a Shoshone Bannock elder. She created this beautiful sagebrush outfit. The entire outfit is made of the bark of sagebrush. When sagebrush would get very tall, they would go out and they would strip the bark off of it and they would scrape and clean it and make it pliable and softer, and then they would turn it into this incredible clothing, as well as, of course, using sage for ceremonial purposes too. In the winter time, when that kind of an outfit was not so helpful, they would use rabbit skins and they would create things like what you can see, again, another commissioned piece from Shoshone and Bannock elders, like this rabbit fur blanket. You can sort of imagine that using this entire landscape, seeing all those resources that were available to them, it was then incredibly difficult when the government restricted access to those resources by placing them on reservations. So I would definitely encourage you to learn more about the Shoshone and Bannock people by visiting Fort Hall Reservation here in East Idaho and going to their museum and learning more about their stories there. There's also this rich culture that continues to be a part of our community's heritage. There's a very famous rodeo that happens here in East Idaho called the War Bonnet Roundup. Indian relay racing is a part of that War Bonnet Roundup, and it's an incredible extreme sport, if you will, that was believed to be created here by the Shoshone and Bannock people. There's an incredible process where the rider in the team will jump from the back of one horse down onto the ground and jump as quickly as they can onto the next horse to be able to race as quickly as they can to win that Indian relay race. And that is part of this incredible culture in East Idaho that you can still be a part of. There's also incredible opportunities to learn more about the Shoshone and Bannock cultural tradition of dance and song, and you can attend one of their powwows in Fort Hall as well and learn a little bit more